How's it going, boys? Johnny Superbman here, and it's time for another NHL 13 Shootout commentary. And this time we're going to use the Pittsburgh Penguins. Won 9 in a row, and I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins a little bit as well, because I have a few opinions on these guys, alright? But, man, the best player in the world, Sid the Kid Crosby. I love how everyone in the past, talking about who the best player in the world is, and Alexander Ovechkin would be mentioned in there, but, I've always said this. His first year in the NHL, fine. His sophomore year, fine. But once he started putting up 50-goal seasons and 100-point seasons, how can you not say that Sid the Kid is not the best player in the world, okay? He is, and he always will be the best player in the world until some young buck takes him over. But still, man, this guy is outstanding. So hang on a sec. Crosby, Malkin, Neal, Kunitz, and Dupuis, yeah, I'm fine with that. And the Flower, yeah, I'm fine with that as well. So, again, Crosby, I'm glad that he's back over his injury, but we look now, and is there even a friggin' discussion about who's better, Ovechkin or Crosby? No. I mean, if you're somebody who maybe never watched or never played hockey or just played it a few times like street hockey, then you can you might see that Ovechkin looks like the best player from all the highlight reels, right? But if you're someone who played hockey, knows how hard it is to play hockey, understands what fatigue does to you, balance, blind passes, just the little things that Crosby does every single game, it really sets him apart. I mean, the kid is a stud. He's a thoroughbred, and I got to watch him twice in the last few weeks against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and both times, he's the reason they won. He is the reason. He makes Chris Kunitz look like a top 10 player in the NHL, and Pascal Dupuis as well, man. Unbelievable. Get out of here. Get out of here, Theo Fleury, son. The second thing I wanted to talk about, I may play shit in the shootout right here, because I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins. I want to talk about Geno Malkin, right? So, Geno Malkin, hang on a sec, I got to do the shot. Geno Malkin, though, can you make the argument that he is top 3 forwards in the NHL? I think so. Get out of here! Oh, I was going to do the Datsuk drag. I think you can. Last year, he had the most points. Did he win the Art Ross last year? I can't remember if he had... No, Stamkos won the Art Ross. Or Maurice Richard. Yeah, he did win the Art Ross, right? But I don't know if Geno Malkin belongs in Pittsburgh anymore. Hang on a sec. I'll give you my... Oh, get out of here, son. I don't think he belongs in Pittsburgh. Why? I think that there's only room for one elite forward on each team, okay? Unless you're a winger with a center, that's different. But these guys are both two centers, Crosby and Malkin. And look at the year Malkin had last year when Crosby wasn't there, right? Hang on, one-handed windmill. Oh! All right? It seems to me like Malkin needs to be the go-to guy. And whenever Crosby is healthy and playing, it doesn't matter if Malkin is, it doesn't matter if he's 1A and 1B. He's still 1B. He's the number 2 guy. I think Malkin would be a lot better player if he went to a team where he could be the number 1 center. And hang on a second here. I got something to say that's going to make a lot of Montreal fans love it. I think a perfect team for Geno Malkin to go to would be the Montreal Canadiens. Abso-freaking-lutely. Why? The hockey market would be great. He'd be a freaking god there. He's that perfect first-line center that, I know they have it, but he would become that first-line center. And then all of a sudden, I don't know who he'd play with, but get out. I was trying to drag it in again. But Thomas Mechanics, he may take the second-line center position, right? But I just... last year, Montreal, you thought that maybe they weren't a playoff team. Maybe they were a team that had to rebuild. But look what they're doing this year. So they're proving that they are a really good team. So the addition of Malkin would be perfect for them. And to me, they do have some prospects that they could give up. So Montreal fans, I want to put it to you. Would you trade for a Geno Malkin this year if you guys had to give up a first-round pick of this year, a second-round pick for next year, and Alex Galchenyuk? You'd have to give up a lot to get Geno Malkin, right? But I really think that Malkin would be a perfect fit for Montreal. Hang on a second. Let me just score a jackass shot. I missed the net with Chris Kunitz. It'd be a perfect fit, right? 27 years old. He would be the go-to man. He'd be a god there. I'd get to watch him a lot. I'd hate it because I'm a Toronto fan. He'd probably be burning us a lot. But still, I'd love to see Malkin on another team. He deserves it, man. He deserves to be the man on a team. And Crosby being the best player in the world, Malkin will always be the second guy on the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm sorry. And I think he's only got 1 year left on his deal, right? So what do? I mean, Malkin, he easily get like 9.5 mil, maybe even 10 mil from somewhere. But Crosby's only making 8.7. What are they going to do? Pay Malkin more than Crosby? I don't know about that. Let's do the old bait dragon option, shall we? Yeah, let's just end this. Let's just end this with Pascal Dupuis. Bait dragon option. I told you I'd be all over the place with this shootout. But Montreal fans, what do you guys think about that? Obviously, you want Geno Malkin for your team, right? But what would you be willing to give up? It looks like you guys are not only a playoff contender, but top of the conference, right? So you can deal with giving up a few prospects. But who would you want to give up? I think for Malkin, if I was the Pittsburgh GM, I'd want something like a first-round pick this year, second or third-round pick next year, and Alex Galchenyuk. Would you Montreal fans be okay with that trade? And if not, what prospects would you be willing to give up to part with to get Geno Malkin back to your team? All right, so there you go, boys. For Johnny Superbman and the great Domski, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.